Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
Back. So, starting off the week with a rather large package. This is a donation for the FSP from my man Light 105. As always, a very heavy contributor to the FSP. Always showing love for the kids, man. So, you know, much love to you, brother. You know, I always appreciate you. But we got two $20 gift cards for Toys R Us. So that's cool. We got the Ultimate Nick Fury and Ultimate Captain America 2-pack. A lot of people still trying to get this. This is kind of hard to get now. We got the Arkham City Catwoman and Batman. This is the, I guess you could say the black and white version. We got some Soda Street Fighter figures, which is nice to get into the FSP. Adon here, the red trunks. And we got Player One color Balrog. So that's really nice. Dope figure, dope figure. And then we got a couple of Transformers, which is nice to always mix it up and get some different figures, different type of figures. We got Starscream here, we got Bumblebee, and we got Barricade. I believe these are all movie figures. Yeah, it says Dark of the Moon right on there. So yeah, those are cool. And then we got Predator figures here, the Berserker Predator and the City Hunter 2-pack. I hope you can see this. You know, my lighting is kind of crazy right now. So yeah, man, a very nice donation. I will add all of these things into the FSP. Once again, thanks, brother. As you guys know, I just never get tired of seeing Spider-Man get abused, even though he's like my favorite character. These scenes just never get old for me. So I always mess around with them. I just cut out some new cutouts. Just was messing around with a few things.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, articulated comic book art.
What's that?
Oh, it's this thing where you take a panel from a comic book and you recreate it exact.
Shout out to the guys from Jawiins. These are the guys that bought you Shit Comic Book Nerds Say, which was a really funny, cool video. These guys have been putting out some pretty funny skits and stuff. And they, I don't know if you guys remember, but like a couple of months ago, I mentioned that TiStar had won a contest that they ran alongside of their Shit Comic Book Nerds Say video, and the winner got to give them, I guess, a concept for a video. So, of course, Ty told them to do something on ACBA. And if you don't know, this is something that I said many times before. Ty is a young, up-and-coming graphic designer. He's the person that actually designed the ACBA logo. So he's the one that actually did that as well. So that was pretty damn cool. And they did a nice, funny little short video here. I'll link it in this video. I'm sure by the time this episode goes live, many people will have already saw it. But I thought it was really funny. But to keep it all the way 100, I wish it was a little bit longer, and I wish at the end when they used the logo animation that they just left it as is. Again, shout out to my man Billy Mahoney and his wife Christine. They're the ones who actually did the ACBA logo animation. Now, that's crispy animation, and I wish they would have just left that as is rather than cut that out, because that's a major part of ACBA right now. So, but once again, big shout out to the guys over at Jawiins. I still thought the video was mad funny and cool, and big shout out to my man Ty and to Billy Mahoney.
Playing with action figures. It's cool, man. It's art.
Oh, it looks like you're just playing with toys to me.
They're action figures.
Okay, then why is Batman in there? He's not even in the original picture.
I like Batman.
I never get Dragon Man in anything. I know Dragon Man was with the Future Foundation, and he wasn't a Fantastic Four enemy anymore as of late. But I haven't picked up Fantastic Four in a couple of months, so I'm not sure. Or Future Foundation, rather. Somebody let me know if he's still with them. And if they still making him out to be like an android, I'm pretty sure he's an android. So let me know, whoever's reading Future Foundation. I still got to open my Future Foundation Spider-Man. I haven't even opened that guy yet. I wanted to get another one before I opened that one, so that's kind of why I've been holding off. But back. So this was actually a package from my man Vinny. I'm just going to hold it down for him. But he got the Spider-Man Classics Hobgoblin, which is a really extremely dope figure. And he got a Loki here, which I might send out for him. Send out to JD for him so JD can mod it. The head is there too. He just took it off so it wouldn't get messed up in transit. So everything's there. Everything's in excellent condition. I always forget how great of a figure this is. This Hulkbuster Iron Man armor is just great. All around dope figure. I just opened this. I had an extra one on ice for a while, and I was moving some stuff around on my wall, but I opened this one, and I opened my extra War Machine armor too. I'm gonna replace. I'm gonna take this Hulkbuster and put it in my little Iron Man display here, because the one that's in here actually is kind of broken. It's not like broken beyond repair. It came apart at the torso joint, so I'm gonna switch that out, fix the other one, use that one for displaying, and keep this one nice and mint but loose. And I'm gonna just put this away with my other extra Iron Man armors. Well, I'm gonna switch this War Machine too. Actually, I'm gonna put this one in and take this one out, because the one that I just opened is just a little more crispy than the one that's in there. So I use the other one for display purposes. I do that a lot with my displays. When I get a new figure, if I open it, if it's a little more clean and crisp than the one I have in my main display, then I'll switch it out and I use the other one for posing it and displaying it and stuff like that. But that's why I get like doubles and triples of figures and stuff like that, so I could keep posing and not worried about, you know, ruining the best one that I have, basically. So I got this a couple of weeks ago. I've been holding off to say something about this, but this is my second trademark for articulated comic book art. In 2010, I started the process of trademarking articulated comic book art, and I trademarked it in a certain classification here. It went through in 2011, and then again this year I went back in to trademark the acronym and the full term together under one trademark and another classification, basically just to get a tighter grasp on the name and the concept, and to really solidify my grip on my term. So in doing that, I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes as far as like the business aspects and doing the shirts and trying to come up with different designs and different things and merchandise associated with ACBA. And in doing that, I've been trying to also get the domain names for ACBA.com and articulatedcomicbookart.com. And I've known this for quite some time, but you know, some of the stuff as far as like the business side of things, I keep it to myself. I try to handle it behind the scenes. I don't put it on blast every single time, but I got to talk about this. So I realized that ACBA.com, that domain was already taken. And it's not the person who has, or the company, I guess, who has that domain. It has nothing to do with articulated comic book art. It really has, I don't even know what it has to do with, honestly. It's nothing up on the site in any way, shape, or form related to ACBA. And they've had that domain for quite some time. So I don't think it was any malicious intent on their part, and I just gotta try to acquire it from them, or wait for it to expire, or you know, speak to them behind the scenes. I've tried to contact them. I've tried to go through the motions, but it's been a long, tedious process as far as ACBA.com is concerned. Now, there's also someone who has articulatedcomicbookart.com, the full entire name, and they have the domain. They got the domain in May of 2011. They had it for a year and they just renewed it. I've been watching it since then and watching to see what's going on. The person's name is Israel Cabrera. You might say, well, Boog, you know, why you got your information out? My information is here in plain sight. Doesn't really matter, because my information is public. If you look up anything on articulated comic book art, you'll find my name, you'll find my government name, my information. My information is public. I mean, I don't have nothing to hide. You have nothing to hide when you're a legitimate businessman. Don't really bother me in any way, shape, or form. But with that said, this other person's information is public as well. And like I said, his name is Israel Cabrera. He's listed out of Florida somewhere. I've tried to contact the number that he had listed there, but it was an old job number for him. He doesn't work there anymore. Tried emailing him. I didn't get a response. But what people normally do is when they see something that's popular or that may catch on, they'll grab the domain name and then they'll basically try to sell that domain name back to the person who's basically the rightful owner. But I gotta say, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not gonna extort me. You're not gonna get me to pay for that shit. You're bugging right now. So whoever it is, they obviously have an idea of what articulated comic book art is. I mean, they obviously have some inkling as to what they're doing. There's obviously some motive there. What it is, I'm not 100% sure. But there's actually nothing up on that site either. They just have the domain and he just keeps renewing the domain. So I'm not sure if he's waiting for me to contact him or what. I'm not sure if he's following my videos or what. But if you are, I gotta tell you, dog, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing, man? So maybe if you're watching this, maybe you want to email me, maybe you want to talk about it, but you're not going to extort me for the domain. I just got to let you know. So I just want to speak on that real quick, but this is my second trademark for articulated comic book art. First one is here, so they both going on the wall, and that's that. And Mr. Cabrera, you can hit me up whenever you're ready, man. Oh, in case you're wondering, this thing was sitting on my table for like a week or so, and I didn't even realize what it was, and a fucking drink basically just perspired onto the paper, and it got kind of wet, so that's why it looks like that in the upper corner. But it wasn't like totally damaged, so I just said fuck it, and that's why that one's completely clean and that one isn't. But got the Mikhail Gorbachev right there. And also, I'm quite aware that this person, Israel Cabrera, might not even be a real person. It may just be some dummy name, dummy account, and it may be somebody else. I mean, it might be somebody in the community. It might be somebody who pretends to be my friend. Who knows? I don't know. Like, you know, at the end of the day, Boog is a cool motherfucker, but I don't know y'all motherfuckers. Y'all don't know me. So you might do some underhanded bastard shit. I don't know. Like, you know, so I just don't know. But like, don't get it twisted for 1 second and think that I'm a fool. I'm very extremely intelligent, and I'm not going to be extorted. So over the past couple of months, or the past month or so, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, and I keep getting requests to kind of like show my room and show my full collection. I can't really show my full collection at once, but the stuff that I have on display or in boxes and stuff around here in the room is maybe about, I don't know, maybe 60% of my collection. I don't know, maybe about 60%, but I'm in the process of getting all of my mint on card figures together and putting them up on my wall. I've said this a couple of times in some older episodes, but pretty much all the stuff that I keep on display here in my details is stuff that I don't really mess around with too much as far as posing it. These are some of my mint loose figures, and I pretty much have like doubles and triples of all of these figures, and then the doubles and triples of these figures I usually pose them and mess around with them for displays and stuff like that. Now some of these I only have one of, and that's why I just put them on display and I don't mess around with them too much. I'm primarily a loose collector, you know. I like to play with my stuff, so pause. So I open a lot of stuff. I open the majority of my stuff that I get, but what I'm doing on the walls up here is just kind of getting all the regular variant versions of all of the Marvel Legends from Series 1 all the way up into the present. That's what I'm working on. I'm not really worried about the gold foils and different variations like that. Just one is good enough, because like I said, I'm not really a mint collector, but basically it'll go around from here. Series 1 Iron Man, that Thor's not even supposed to be there, and that's not even my figure. I'm just holding that for somebody. But you see I got some spots that's missing here, going around Series 5, 6, 7, coming up back around here. You know, I do got a lot of slots filled, and then coming around this way all the way up to the last series of Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I have some face-offs here. I'll move these when I get the other face-offs here. Hopefully I'll get them at SDCC. Speaking of SDCC, I just booked my flight, so I should be good. I'll be coming in on the 10th of July, and then yeah, I'll be coming in on the 10th, even though the con starts on the 11th, but I'll come in on the night of the 10th, and I actually stay one night with my man Ryan Riot at his hotel, and then the next night I'll go to my hotel that I actually booked, and I'll be staying there the rest of the time with my man Slings a Web. So that's gonna be pretty cool, pretty exciting. Can't wait for that. But yeah, I'm gonna have some other stuff from Series 2, some doubles that are not necessarily variants. Get the whole Wrecking Crew here if I could at some point. And then this is starting a new Marvel Legends going around here. Some other placeholders here. But I'm gonna cover the entire room at some point. It's a work in process. I'll get my G.I. Joes back across there. I'll be getting a new computer and stuff soon and putting it back in here. And using my other one and let my daughter just use the other one primarily, but I'm basically just trying to turn my room into my figure room and my office basically. So that's what'll be happening. And some gear stuff here. I just opened a bunch of gear stuff in the previous episode. A lot of different placeholders and stuff here though. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But you know, these are just my main displays that I just kind of try to add to as I get newer figures. Lighting is kind of bad down there. I think I pretty much got every Build-A-Figure on display here except Annihilus. Yeah, pretty much every Build-A-Figure that's come out from Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 1 all the way up into Hasbro I have on display except for Annihilus. I'll get him. Oh no, I'm lying. I actually added Annihilus a couple of weeks ago down here. So I do have every Build-A-Figure. But a lot of these is just vanilla displays. Nothing too serious. This is a little more complex. This was a contest entry like over a year ago for Bucky Cap's contest, I believe. And then just other stuff that I just kind of got on ice. This is the box for Galactus, and for the Sentinel. Galactus is on the wall. My Sentinel is still in there. My SDCC Sentinel. I never opened it. And then I got another Galactus that I want to get out of there. That was a retail one. I'll hang that up from the ceiling at some point. My SDCC Thor I never opened. Urban Legends I just got one on ice. So Frost Giants was actually, I'm gonna send out one of those, gonna be for my man Ja, and I'm gonna give one to, who else did I promise one? I promised one to Ja and somebody else. I can't even remember. On my Figure Arts figures there. Can't wait to get Gohan at SDCC too. That's gonna be crazy. Street level villains, Spider-Man villains, Hydra folks, and leadership all in here. All my Red Hand Ninjas and some street level heroes, basically Marvel Knights folks. My Shield agents. This guy's missing a head. I think I sent that out recently to one of the younger cats, to my man Jay actually. He needed that. But that's all my Shield agents that I have right now. Minus one body that I'm using for Nick Fury here. It's from Secret Wars. Or Secret War rather. Giant Man Build-A-Figure, which is like my favorite bit bath. I'm actually almost complete with a second Giant Man Build-A-Figure, and that one's a little, he's not in that great condition, so that's the one I'll be using to really like pose and mess around with. This guy's in pristine condition. So Wolverine. Most of my Wolverines is away though. I got so many Wolverines, so many Iron Men. This guy is falling over. Little Iron Man display though. All my Hulks. I think recently with the addition of the Avengers movie Hulk, I think that puts me at like 20 different Hulks, if I'm not mistaken. 6-inch Hulks, or 19 if you count like Scar and the Spider Hulk. A couple more Hulks right here actually. Some more Hulk stuff. Some X-Men stuff. Some random, I don't know, Doc Rand stuff. My main X-Men display, like my Avengers display basically. Still want to add a few things. You see that construction paper in the back, that's just from where I take pictures and stuff. So definitely can't wait to get to SDCC, man. So many people is hitting me up and asking if I could pick up X-Force 3-pack for them and different things. Now I did make a serious list. Please, nobody after this video hit me up. I can't do anything for anybody else. I'm sorry. If I didn't already speak to you and take your information from my list, then I can't do anymore. My list is full. I do every year that I go out to SDCC. I do hook up certain people from the community, and usually if I hooked you up the previous year, then I keep you on my list. But I mean, my list is more than full right now. Like, it's gonna cut into my time of just like enjoying and having a good time. Like, you know, I want to hook up people in the community, and at the same time it's a way to pump out some ACBA shirts and stuff like that. But I want to have fun, man. I want to have a good time. So if I didn't already speak to you by the time this video goes live, then I can't help you. You got to ask somebody else in the community if they could help you. That's going to be out there. But you know, I do my community duty every year, man. I always hook people up. I always go out of my way to hook people up. And it's a mission mailing all of that stuff, because I don't lug anything back with me to New York. Obviously, I just mail everything from out there. So the next day after that Wednesday night, I usually hit the post office up early in the morning and just mail everything. So imagine, that's like 10, 15 different packages that I gotta go out that same day. So that's what's in the fucking box. All my extra villains is in here in this bin. And then all my other figures and props and everything is all in these boxes and stuff in here.